Hi there. This is the third electric window roller shutter repair that I've undertaken. Actually, it's the second. The first one was a motor replacement because of my ignorance. I didn't realise that I could potentially fix it. So to get somebody to come out and fully replace a roller shutter motor, it costs about $500 here in Australia. And if they're all eventually going to break down over a period of time, and we've got 5 windows, that's quite an expensive sort of repair. So what I've done, I've taken the motor out, and I'm going to show you what I've done before which succeeded, and if you see this video you know that this succeeded also. Okay, first of all, there's the motor, and I want to show you the internals. I want to show you what's considered by electric contractors to be a sacrificial circuit. I'll just put this camera down. It's a circuit that goes like a fuse so you don't destroy your motor, and unfortunately they usually break down. So after sliding the end, after sliding this end out, it's after you remove the screw there, you just do it very carefully. You'll notice that inside there's, if I can do it with one hand, here it comes. There it is. It's a barrel capacitor. Now the reason why I got somebody to, I paid them, it was just over $10 anyway to remove and replace this. The advantage of that is that they just snipped it off and put these little clips on, so for future reference they can be removed. And it's just a matter of carefully sliding all this back into the barrel. Make sure you don't trap any wires, and slide it in straight, and then do the little screw up. Anyway, this is hard to do one-handed, but getting back to some other helpful hints. See the little clips up there? Those little clips are spring-loaded, and the ends actually clip into these little slots. And that's what draws your blind up and lowers it. And what you can have sometimes is those clips may crack and dislocate. And what you've got to do to replace them is access inside this box here. Just simply slide them off and slide the new ones back on. They're not expensive, just a few bucks from window roller shutter place. How you'll know from the outside looking at your window roller shutter is if the slats are slightly on an angle. If they're slightly on an angle as they go up into the box, more than likely one of your clips have broken. Anyway, getting back to the motor. See the bracket here with all the little holes in it? That's where the rivets were. To determine which end of the roller shutter box your motor will be on, what you do is you look for the end that has all the rivets in it, and that's where the motor's attached. So you drill those rivets out. Once you do that, you also drill out the box cover at the front where there's I think there's 3 rivets that are attached, and they go into there. Can you see those? Can you see those holes? Oop, there we go. That's the first thing you do. You locate where the motor is, and also remove the cover, drill the yep, there. What you'll find is where the motor is, there's a cable and it's got a clip on it. It's a matter of disconnecting. Then you've got to disconnect the clips from the shaft. And then it's a matter of removing the shaft and the motor. Okay, now in this instance the motor was down this end, and the shaft attached. There's the bearing attached to the other end, and how you remove that, you drill out a couple of rivets, and once they're drilled out, you can actually maneuver this spacer. The spacer might usually be taped, and you compress the spacer because you can, and pull it out of the box. On the first, when I did this the first time, I didn't realise that I could do that, and what I did, I levered the other end and put the whole shaft in. I got it in, but it was a bit awkward, but it's much easier to do the spacer. As I said, if you see this video, you know it was a success. Remember, it's a sacrificial circuit. More than likely is your problem, where your slats will go up slowly, they'll stop, or they might go down rapidly, or they may not be able to go up at all, or you get somebody to go out when you turn the switch on and you actually lift the shutter, and it will go up, and when you let it go, it'll drop quickly. Really, it's a concern if you're unaware. You think it's a complete motor replacement, and don't be fooled. Some people will tell you. I've even had electricians say, "No, mate, your motor's gone. Your motor's gone." And I nearly actually gave up on the concept, but I went and found. Who are they? If you're in Melbourne, where is it? If you're in Melbourne, the place where I went and spoke to Eric at, where is it? Kohler Proprietary Limited. K-O-L-L-E-R Proprietary Limited. They're in Thomastown. And it was just for over $10 or thereabouts. And Eric is very accommodating. He's done a few of these, and hopefully that will solve your problem. Okay.